FIGHTSTAR Championship and Joya Gear present three-minute rounds in the amateur welterweight division. Once again, let's welcome to the blue corner. Entering the cage this evening with a record of 3 victories and 3 defeats. Fighting out of First Reaction MMA Gym from England is James Hale. And his opponent this evening in the red corner. He enters with a record of 3-2-0, representing the Fight Zone Gym in London from Jamaica is Dorian Steele. Your referee in charge, Daniel 𝗙𝗚𝗛𝗧𝗦𝗛𝗜𝗣.
3 3-minute rounds of amateur action at welterweight to get this one ready. James Hale in the blue corner, black shorts out of First Reaction MMA. Dorian Steele out of Fight Zone London. Red corner, black shorts here. Should be a fantastic matchup as we get this one started. Touching them in. Southpaw versus orthodox. There's those long kicks we talked about. Going low first to the calf, and there's a right hand from Dorian Steele. Oh, that left leg is a weapon.
Yeah, and very long and rangy. He's got long kicks, long punches.
That lead right hook, though, as well, is a bit of a weapon. There's a right hand, though, from Steele, who charges forward, puts the right hook first, but lovely recovery there from Hale. Gets the underhook, rotates position.
Yeah, Hale did a good job of closing that distance and then just wrapping things up. Dorian's going to have to look to try and frame out, create some space, and get back out at range. See if he can continue to land those punches.
Loudest voice in the room right now is Stuart Austin in the corner of Dorian Steele. Stuart's going to be going to that GFL.
Yeah.
I believe he got a spot there. So lots of experience. Also has a win over Tom Aspinall. So Dorian Steele, that kind of coaching at Fight Zone. I'm sure he's been trained well, and you can hear some good advice coming over from the corner. Can he listen to it, though, Nick? He's stuck in this body lock position.
The big thing behind it is he needs to get that head in that position. He's currently got it kind of tweaked off to the side. He's doing a good job of that wizard, but he wants to go real deep with it, grab a hold of that far side wrist, and then push off that cage and start to turn.
Almost looked like Hale gave up the underhook right there with the right arm. I'm not entirely sure what happened. They're calling time right there. A little bit of a low blow there with the knees. Interesting fight so far. We've had, 2 really powerful strikers. It makes sense that some part of the fight gets held against the fence as they try and control, slow things down a little.
Steele doing a good job of staying nice and calm, getting his breath going. He's just breathing nice and easy through his nose, which is always great to see, because after the explosion of those strikes and then the bit of grappling, it can get to the point where there's...
There we go. Restarting against the fence here. Under over position. And there we go. Straight back at it. So Steele reversed this position from where Hale had him controlling against the fence earlier. Let's see if Steele can do anything more with it. Some damage, some takedowns perhaps. Being told he has lots of time. He has 1 minute 20 left in this first round. Trying to find a way to turn him in there. As we say it, Hale does a great job.
I mean, with Dorian Steele, he's got tree trunks for legs.
There we go. Kind of a neutral position. I think that's not a bad idea from the ref. They were trading backwards and forwards, though, so there was some movement. Here we go again. Steele just a little bit more open. Oh, big head kick. Hale just a little bit tighter. Tries that right hook again, but Steele
going for that quick dump single.
Oh, watch his neck here.
Lift it for a double. Just lift it for a double. Don't worry about your neck. Lift for a double.
Perhaps changing into a double leg would be the option, and now wrapping the neck entirely is Hale, trying to attack that choke. Steele has stripped one hand away, though, it looks like, so he should be okay. He's got 2 on 1 here. Needs to pull his head out of the armpit, though, and is this because he shot that single with the head on the outside?
Yeah, and he got it caught, and then he kept his head low instead of coming up into the chest. And the big thing is, if you shoot that single with the head on the inside and you put it right up center mass, there's never that opportunity for somebody to grab a hold of your neck.
There we go. Well, either way, no real submission threat in that regard. Both men controlled against the fence. Both men landed powerful kicks and some head kicks. Very even fight.
And if we go back and we look at the replays that we have, we'll see some of the striking that was put on display by both guys. And again, Hale with that range.
And this right hand from Steele, he just leads this combo with a right hook. Boom, left hook, and then a right hook behind it, and buckled him a little there.
Got him to start to sit down in the chair. Didn't sit all the way down.
There's a nice kick, but kind of still pulled away by Hale, and that one as well, and into the level change.
And he changed levels for what looked like a quick outside dump single, and he just didn't pull the chain. It was like he grabbed the leg and sort of turned, but what you want to do is, it's why I always say McGuire, his head on the outside, because he just whips his entire body around and sets you down on your butt.
Here we go, round two. Dorian Steele in the red, James Hale in the blue corner. Trading kickboxing techniques backwards and forwards. There's that long lead right hook of that southpaw Hale. He's been looking for that a lot. There it is again, checking, trying to circle out. Lots of movement from both guys, both so explosive. There's that right hook again to set up that clinch.
And Steele's using that off of the feint down. So he was feinting down, and he was looking to see if those hands would drop. He's trying to bait it in.
Does a good job reversing there again, and another knee right up the solar plexus. And it's interesting because Hale is usually the guy that's leveling those knees to his opponents, and I wonder if he'll look for a little bit of his own from here. And you can hear Stuart Austin there, really commanding in that corner to Steele.
Yeah, he's not happy at all, and he keeps using bad words that start with F.
Oh, there's a trip though, and he's gonna end up on top. Almost got elevated through. Great job by Steele, pulling out these takedowns.
And able to land now in half guard. The big thing behind, though, is where his hands are at. He wants to look to try to, and he's doing it, crawl those higher up so that he can posture right up onto the chest and then start raining down some punches.
Yeah, there we go, walking the fingertips up, but good job by Hale, gets himself back to full guard, controlling posture now as well to limit what Steele's going to be able to do here in terms of damage as he frames off the face. Putting a lot of hair in his face as well. I'm honestly not going to lie. I mean, that is part of it. If you're on the bottom, you're dealing with all that. That cannot be nice.
Yeah, but it also makes it a little bit easier to control somebody's posture.
Yeah, sure. More grip.
Yeah, trying to do that with a bald guy is difficult. Trying to do that guy with a lot of hair is a little bit easier.
Tell that's a GSP, you know? He was just smooth, slipping out of people's full guard.
The amount of dudes I had to wrestle and fight that would shave their heads bald.
All of them. Here we go, either way, slowly building a base back up now. Left knee is on the mat, but it looks like Steele might be able to rotate round. There's a knee, couple of knees more, punishing.
It was a good job by Steele on baiting him in, stretching him out, and then landing those knees straight to the solar plex.
40 seconds left in this. This is the second round between these two. The first was close. That foot stop looked like that hurt.
That was a good one. That was a good heel.
People just break their feet doing that to people.
Well, you can see there's damage on that foot. The top of that foot's bright red.
Swelling up as well. It looks like. Looking up at the clock now as well as Hale. But Steele done great work in this round. For Dominic Steele, like, we've seen him finish people from clinch positions with his power, but Steele, you know, more of a guy that you would expect to be a striker, but he's been winning these grappling exchanges.
Yeah, and he's getting pulled into them, and instead of wiltering or falling at that point, he's able to stay consistent in there and give the pressure. I want to see how Hale's doing standing on those feet after those stomps.
You can see the top of that left foot, it looks swollen, isn't it? Here we go, some replays right here. A little fakes there from Hale, but Dorian, bam, with the right hand and gonna run into the fence.
And that was that feint I was talking about. He feinted 3 or 4 times and then threw that overhand right. Here's that body lock takedown where he got to half guard, was looking to try to get to full mount. Good job by Hale to get back to...
Just winning all these scrambles, isn't he, as well, Steele?
And a lot of that's strength. I mean, he's using technique, but he's using technique with strength. He's not just using pure muscle to do it.
Some exchanges of knees here.
And that was the attempted throw. And Steele was smart. Steele was smart and just moved his hips in and settled.
All right, well, a very, very close fight so far.
It's swollen bad.
Yeah, look at that left foot. That is swollen up like a golf ball. Looks like it was a tennis ball even on the top of that from one.
But
one foot stop.
It was a pure heel straight down. He seems to be fine with it as far as movement.
I tell you what, that right hook has been coming out from the start from Hale, and Steele did a great job reading it there and level changing underneath it.
And what I would have done is, I think I would have changed it up and went to maybe leg kicks or body kicks.
Yeah, maybe. Either way, in on this body lock position here for Steele. Lots of advice coming out from the corner, stamping on those feet again, knowing that Hale probably didn't like that. We'll see if he can complete a takedown here. Corner's asking for the left knee. He's going down low with it. That right underhook from Hale, making things a little difficult. Rotates around to the single, and good job by Hale. He did grab the fence there, though.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Good job. And that was what he needed to do in the first.
With that whizzer, right?
Yep. Grab that single leg, just dump it, move off to the side.
Good job, though, by Steele to sit side control. Looks like he's going to get half now, though, but...
Yeah, but Hale's doing a good job of elevating that hip, looking to use that underhook. Oh, he looked like he was going to use that underhook to come out the back door.
And we talk about the power of dominant Steele in all these different positions from Dorian Steele, but right there you saw it, that right hand was lethal, just missed Hale. But
and that knee to the back of the thigh.
Steele got the hands locked here together. Hale trying to dress, manages to strip them. But now Steele attacking the wrist control on top of that right hand.
And Hale used the fence to be able to stand back up. Steele able to take him back down and has one hook in.
Every time, Steele's getting this to the canvas in this round, Hale has been able to get back to the feet, but he's not been able to break from these continual sort of grappling exchanges.
Yeah.
Oh, solid.
See, what you can't hear is the thud. Now, you and I can hear the thud because they're so close to us, and that's the painful thing.
Steele just unloading a couple of right hands right here before re-diving on this takedown. Hale trying to get this right arm involved and lift the man up, hoist him above.
Great job on this crossface. So what he's done is, as Steele's attempting to jump through, he actually crossfaced him. Instead of trying to lift his body, lifted his head. Fantastic work by Hale in order to stop that takedown.
Steele again, though, just dragging him down with the under, just tipping him off to that side.
He's now thrown about 9 knees to that thigh.
He's stamping on the foot still as well, which feels unnecessary here, Nick, but he's going for it. This is a fight, still racking up them points with that.
I mean, it's just being mean now. Like 10 seconds left, and he's just like, okay, I don't want him to walk
for 3 weeks. Yeah. Either way, great fight, very backwards and forwards, and Hale will land in a dominant position there as the final bell goes. 3 3-minute rounds concluded here between James Hale and Dorian Steele, and it was a great fight.
Good and back and forth, nice counter grappling that took place. We look at here, this is that quick dump single leg. Good job by Steele to be able to get this one to the mat.
Yeah.
But again, like you said during this round, every time Steele brought Hale down, Hale was able to get back up to his feet.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy with, he wasn't just going to be content with, okay, I got taken down. He just kept standing back up, which was great to see.
Yeah, and at least for Hale, he got to work on a lot of takedown defense across the course of those 6 minutes where Steele really came at him. And he had, credit to him, he had loads of different methods to return to the feet. Sweeps, the whizzer rolls, building bases, addressing body locks. He was doing a great job, but there still wasn't enough. Steele just chained all of that wrestling, threw some punches as well, made it a fight. All right, the scorecards are in. It did go the distance, so let's get the official decision inside the cage with Dan.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges see the contest 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. In the red corner, Dorian Steele.
Moving to 4-2 now is Dorian Steele of Fight Zone London. Great performance, and also a performance that showed a lot of evolution to his MMA game. Still looking dangerous in all positions, but great wrestling assault here tonight against James Hale, and did a very good job just taking him completely out of his game.